How's it going, everybody? It is Ethan, or Unknown Coder. I have the sound off because these guys are extremely loud. And starting off this episode, I have some good news and I have some not so good news. So I'll just start off with the good news first. The good news is that I am essentially 3/4 of the way done down below digging out the first bit. It's just taken me forever to do the very first initial part because I want to dig out essentially all of the bedrock around all of the netherrack out of the bedrock in the ceiling, and I want to do that on the bottom as well. It just takes forever to get through all the nooks and crannies and stuff. So unfortunately it's taken me a while. And then the bad news is that it's probably going to take me another 8 to 9 hours to finish up the first layer, and I'd really like to do that before we get going into this episode too far. So the other thing is that I think I'm kind of starting to get burnt out of Minecraft. So after I get done digging, probably tomorrow, I would guess, I probably should take a break for a little bit from playing Minecraft, just because I've been going so hard the last few days. I think I put in close to 12 to 14. Close to 20 hours, because it's about 14 hours per section or per half. And I put in like another 4 or so hours, so I think I have like 8 to 9 hours left of digging. Hopefully I can do that in the next couple of days, and we'll get going to the rest of what we want to do in this episode. The other bad news is that this guy's pretty slow right now because we have a giant hole dug down there and there's stuff spawning, but once we get dug through and we get through that roof, it shouldn't be as bad. And then the last bad thing is that unfortunately I cannot get this world on a server. I was trying to use a free hosting service, which worked fine whenever we were just making a new world. Me and my friend played on one of these before, a free world before, but it won't let me upload the world because it's too large and it's just not working. Right now, financially, I'm not in a spot to just spend money on a server. So unfortunately, Too Good's not going to be able to join us, but maybe in the future, if this ever goes somewhere, or I start Twitch streaming and get donations and stuff. But with that being said, I'm going to finish up repairing these tools. I still got about half of these. Unfortunately, I broke one pickaxe, but we still have 27, so it's fine. It's going to take me probably another like 5 or 6 probably like 12 more pickaxes to finish up the rest of this. And I'm sure I'm going to be missing some netherrack in here and there, but it is what it is. I'm going to finish this up, repair all these tools, finish the digging, and then we're going to get into what we actually want to do, which is building up the wither skeleton farm and possibly starting on the nether hub. So I'm going to finish digging and I'll be back with you guys probably in a couple days my time. All right, everyone, this is like several days later, several pickaxes later. I actually might go ahead and actually refill these, no big deal. But we got this giant thing dug out. At this point, I'm kind of just like Minecraft out from digging all this. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to take the rest of the week off. My plan was to work and get this digging done, and then take the week off. It took me another like 3 or 4 days after I said I was going to do that. But now I am going to take the rest of the time off this week from playing Minecraft. I'm going to play some like Call of Duty, Warzone, stuff like that. And then next week I'm going to start back up and start working below, which is our what's it called? I can't think right now. We'll start building our other thing below. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and go home. I'm gonna start next week. I'll start getting stuff ready to actually build our wither skeleton farm, and I'll see you guys whenever we are ready to pick back up next week. All right, everyone. I took my time off, and I also prepared everything I need. So this is essentially a very simple Wither Rose farm. All you have to do is throw down a bunch of chickens in here and spawn in a wither. You also have to get them damaged with a splash of whatever. I'm going to place 2 out of 3 heads for now. The last head will be placed later. But essentially you just spawn in a bunch of chickens, get them down to half a heart, and then blow them up, and bada bing bada boom. You got yourself some free wither roses. So hopefully I did do this right so it doesn't escape. I also have all my eggs here. I'm gonna spawn in a bunch, then I'm also going to breed them. But it is what it is. So with that being said, I just wanted to talk for a second as well. I took a bit of a break playing Minecraft. I just had worked or done too much work all at once in my world, so I just kind of got burnt out a little bit, and taking a nice little break was definitely good. The other thing I want to say before I get too far into throwing these eggs is that I'm going to try to do less per episode now. My episodes have been getting extremely long. I don't want that to continue happening, so I'm going to try to make my episodes shorter, so try to do less per episode. So kind of, wow, I'm getting super unlucky. Kind of the opposite of what I wanted to do, but I've just been pushing it. My episodes have been getting too long, and I want to counteract that. So that being said, I'm going to throw in a ton of chickens here, and I'll see you guys whenever we are ready to get some wither roses. Absolute monstrosity, but I don't want to mess this up, so I'm trying to get as many chickens as possible. So we're going to go ahead and breed up all of these chickens. We need 6 stacks of whatever they're called, wither roses. Oh, I'm starting to punch them. Whoops. So I'm going to try to breed up these chickens, get as many baby chickens in here as possible. Maybe I'll throw these other eggs. I only got 1 shot at this because I don't have time to AFK anymore to get the wither roses. So I'm gonna go ahead and breed up these chickens, throw some more eggs, and we're just gonna take a shot. Hopefully they don't start entity cramming here. But I'll be back in a bit. Probably won't cut. Probably just do this until we are ready to throw some poison and start the wither. Alright, now I hit them with splash potions of weakness. This is probably gonna lag the crap out of my game. And now we need to figure out how to put this wither head down, because there's a lot of chickens here. I don't know how I'm ever gonna possibly place this. Let's see. I'm probably gonna have to do something like this. Stuck. I have to bring all of them this way for a second. Oh, I'm starting to die. Come on. We got it. Go in the corner. Hide. This should all be 1 shot. Hopefully I don't get blown up by this. This is gonna hurt. Oh my goodness. The lag. Alright. I just gotta grab all these. I don't know how many we got. Hopefully enough. Alright. We need our... Oh my goodness. We need one of these guys. What a ride that was. Alright, I'll be back in a little bit. So, we got our nether star. These are the eggs that we got from these chickens laying eggs. We have our sole survivor chicken. Let's put the ladder up. We got 7 and 24, so we got plenty. And we got all of this extra stuff. So, we're gonna clean up. I'm going to head back to base. I'm gonna call that good for now. And I'll be back to start building the wither skeleton farm next week. So, see you guys then. Good morning, everyone. It is a beautiful Monday morning. Like I said last week, I took the week off, essentially. I finished that digging around like Tuesday or Wednesday. I think I might have did some AFK or something, but I didn't really do anything too crazy. I did go to the end and just blow up some chickens. That wasn't too big of a deal. But we have everything we need outside of a couple things here. Of course, we have our pickaxe. We have our wither roses. This is a material we should need. The only thing we're missing is 6 stacks of nether brick. That should be easy enough to get once we get there. I'll just dig it out. This episode's going to be a little bit of a shorter one, I hope. I'm just going to run to the nether, build this up, and that's going to be it for the episode. Of course, I'll probably quote-unquote dig some more in the episode or do some more digging in the episode, essentially. But I'll just probably end the episode with an update on how far I got. Like I said, I'm a little bit behind. I would like to get this episode out this week on Friday, so I have 4 days to get this done. Luckily, I'm in between batches now, so I have a little bit more time. Still need to work on some notes and stuff, but it is what it is. So let's hop into the nether. There's a bunch of other stuff we need to figure out, but I'll talk about that hopefully at the end of the episode. I'm not going to time-lapse this one or anything, because for the most part, this is a pretty simple build. All we're really doing is just putting down some dirt, some nether brick, and that sort of thing. So I'm gonna meet you guys over there in a bit, and I'll maybe give you guys some updates. But like I said at the beginning of this episode, or sometime in this episode, I do want these episodes to start being a little bit shorter. So I'm gonna try to do less breaks, less cuts, and more of an old school world tour, kind of like Dockim 77 back in the day. So I can't cut yet because I'm not top of the ladder, but I will see you guys in a bit. Before we start going too crazy, one fun thing I want to mention that the tutorial that I'm following is made by Easygoing MC. He made this super simple wither skeleton farm that still gets it's not going to get all the rates of like your portal power ones, but it gets plenty of rates. So here is our center of the crossroads here. We'll do some digging and some building, and I'll be back with you guys. Alright everyone, this was a nice quick build. We have this thing essentially done. I built up walls because those fire dudes were shooting at me. I did not like that. If we go straight down this way is where we have our, I don't know what it's called, our killing chamber I suppose. We're going to have to figure out a different way to get out here. But for the most part, the rest of this episode is going to be me digging. Right now this is not going to be efficient. It's not going to probably even spawn anything, I would guess. But we're going to continue digging, and as we dig, it's going to become more and more better, or more and more efficient. So the rest of this episode is primarily going to be me up here digging, and as I dig deeper down over here, the gold farm will get better and better. So with that being said, I'm going to start digging, and if I think of something else that's pretty quick to do here throughout the rest of the week, I'll do that, because at this point this episode is pretty short, but I don't want to overdo it. So I might just end up doing some updates on where the digging's at, and do some updates on just kind of life and stuff like that. So I'm going to get up here. I'm going to grab my shulker box pickaxes, and I'm just going to go crazy. Alright everyone, we are going to go ahead and wrap up the episode. We have the entire farm done. Right now it's not going to be very good because it's not all torn apart yet. We don't have the nether all torn apart yet. If we go straight down here, we should get down to where we sit. So eventually what's going to happen is we'll have like a rail line that comes out through here, and we'll sit right here. There'll be some little area, and we'll just chop up the guys that fall down. For now, this is just kind of a disaster. I've also been working up here. Let's get up before this gas sees us. So I also did some calculations for trying to figure out how long it's going to take me to dig all this out. Given this was literally doing it from a quote-unquote like full-blown, can't think of what it's called, like a full-on like 257 by 257 by 2 block of whatever this is, netherrack. It takes about 5 hours to dig out one section. I have 50 sections. Oh, I made it to the top. So theoretically, it's going to take me, essentially, if I did one section per day, it'd take me 50 days to do. Realistically, I can probably maybe spare 2.5 hours a day average. So it's probably gonna take me like 100 days, 100 plus days to do this, depending on what weekends are like and stuff like that. I know that my coming weekends are extremely busy, so I'm not gonna have as much time, and then I'm gonna be moving soon. So I'm at try to be figuring out projects to do while we're also working on this on the side. Next episode, I think I want to go down and build another transportation system. I'm thinking we're just going to use ice, so we need to go gather ice, get stuff to make the nether hub, stuff like that. So I think that's going to be next episode. The other reason why I'm wrapping this up early is because, one, I don't want these videos to be like 30 minutes anymore. I'm going to go back to focusing on maybe doing like one thing per episode. And then the other thing is, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I'm a little bit behind on making these episodes, so I want to get this episode ready for Friday, which is in 2 days, as well as get started on the next episode. So that's everything here. Also, the last thing is, as soon as I get this layer dug out right here that I'm working on, the gold farm above is going to be completely operational again. Shouldn't be any issues because we'll be below the limit of where things can spawn on us. It won't be loaded anymore. So that's great. What's not great is I broke a couple more pickaxes. So here, probably in between a couple episodes here, we're gonna want to get our pickaxes fixed up. With that being said, I think I'm gonna wrap up the episode here. I want to thank you all for watching. This has been Ethan on Koder. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out, everybody.